India, as the host of the G20, is expected to hold over 200 meetings across the country. WION senior news anchor Molly Gambhir spoke with Harsh Vardhan Shringla, the chief coordinator for India's G20 Presidency, about New Delhi's priorities and India-China relations.
I have with me Mr. Harsh Vardhan Shringla, India's G20 Chief Coordinator. So thank you very much for being here with us. And just a few days to go before India assumes the year-long G20 presidency, multiple opportunities coming at a very crucial time. What are India's top priorities going to be?
Well, as you mentioned, in 2 days' time, we will be assuming the presidency of the G20. This is a historic moment for India. This is the first time that we would be president of the G20. It's also the largest and most significant international event we would have hosted. And as Prime Minister Modi has said, this is not just an event of the central government, but an event that involves every state and union territory and every citizen of our country. So the idea is to make sure that we secure the involvement of the people of our country, that they feel they're stakeholders and partners in the hosting of this momentous event. And of course, in terms of priorities, Prime Minister Modi has at the Bali summit in Indonesia clarified some of those priorities. He's talked about inclusive and resilient development. He's talking about taking the sustainable development goals forward. He's talked about digital transformations, how we can use our digital platforms for the global public good. We have spoken about multilateral reform, especially reform of the multilateral financial institutions to address issues such as global and indebtedness of states. And of course, we have talked about the environment, lifestyle for the environment. When we talk about climate change, it is also very important that we look at how our, living, the sustainability of the lifestyles we lead, whether those are appropriate in today's context and whether we should look at a more closer harmony with nature. And of course, finally, women-led development is what he spoke about. That is an important priority in our country, and we intend to take it up on a global basis through the G20. So these are the broad priorities that have been highlighted, and I think, as the Prime Minister said, we would have a bold, ambitious and result-oriented presidency, and we are looking forward to that opportunity.
What is the best way to deal with China at this point, according to you?
Well, China is a member of the G20. It's a neighboring country. It's one of the largest economies in the world, and we have obviously as we take on the presidency, and as I said, we work with all concerned.
How would you describe the last?
I must add, of course, that and this is something that I've said in the past, is that until and unless our legitimate issues are addressed by China, it obviously cannot be diplomacy as usual. It cannot be, the bilateral relationship will not be, taking its normal course. It's important that those important issues that are linked to peace and tranquility in the border areas are also addressed. I think that is important to add in this context.